Our oceans are home to so much life. They support us in so many interconnected ways. The air we breathe, the food we eat, our climate, and our livelihoods. But our oceans are changing right before our eyes. I grew up diving on the Great Barrier Reef with my family, and have always had a deep affinity for the ocean. But in 2017, a normal trip out to our local islands turned into a mission to document a crisis. Meadows of once vibrant, healthy corals had turned a ghostly white. I didn't know it at the time, but this moment catalyzed my passion for marine conservation and science communication. And so I enrolled in a marine science degree to build the skills to protect this environment. My passion for conservation found me working at Coral Watch, a global citizen science program dedicated to monitoring reef health worldwide. Yet the pressures on our oceans continued to grow. As I was learning about these challenges, I knew that I wanted to use my skills to help inspire change. My name is Sophie Kalkowski-Pope, and I am the 2023 Australasian Scholar of the Our World Underwater Scholarship Society. This is my story of a planet under pressure. 12 months ago, I was given an incredible opportunity to upskill, network, and learn, to explore some of the remotest diving locations on the planet, push my limits with scientific and technical diving, and ultimately discover which path I want to pursue to protect our underwater world. My journey took me 300 kilometres off the North Australian coast on a 3.5-week scientific expedition on board sailing research vessel Melita. This journey with Reef Life Survey took us over 1,000 nautical miles along the Kimberley coast and Timor Sea. Here we visited over 75 sites, rolling out transects to quantify the biodiversity of these ecosystems. This expedition reconnected me with my deep love of sailing and sparked a new passion for remote expedition science. I relished the rhythms of living and working at sea and gained many skills, both practical and scientific. Building on these experiences, I was drawn to another isolated reef ecosystem in the far reaches of the Kimby province in Papua New Guinea. Here I stayed at Walindi Plantation Resort, assisting anemone fish researchers at Mahoney and Nadari Conservation Organisation as they studied the recovery of these reefs from a large bleaching event. Witnessing the impacts of environmental stress in such a remote area illustrated to me the widespread impact we are having on our marine ecosystems. Faced with these challenges, I wanted to focus on solutions and travelled to the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology, Japan, to learn about some of the novel technologies used at the forefront of marine research. eDNA, or environmental DNA, allows researchers to detect the species present in an area using just a water sample. This promising technique is revolutionising the way we conduct marine biodiversity surveys. While in Japan, I also assisted with some diving fieldwork through the University of Ryukyus. Witnessing beautiful limestone caverns and complex reef systems thriving in such close proximity to an industrialised coastline was fascinating. Of course, solutions don't always need to be technological. At their core, they have to involve people. This was an important lesson I learned during my time with the Coastal Conservation and Education Foundation in the Philippines. Here, I witnessed the government liaison necessary to protect the largest double barrier reef in the world, and participated firsthand in meetings and consultations with local communities. My time with CCEF showed me the people power necessary to manage marine protected areas, all the way from grassroots to government. I was also eager to gain experience in marine policy, so while in Indonesia, I went to visit the Regional Secretariat for the Coral Triangle Initiative on coral reefs, fisheries and food security, a multilateral treaty between 6 nations. This showed me the importance of international collaboration as one of the key levers to bridge the gap between science and management. So, if people are central to these solutions, citizen science is a tool we can use to empower communities to take action. CoralWatch is a global citizen science program that integrates public outreach with reef monitoring and education. Used in over 80 countries, the Coral Health Chart is a simple tool that uses coral colours to make a visual assessment of reef health and bleaching. During my scholarship, I wanted to continue my passion for teaching and science communication, so I made it my mission to share this program with as many people as possible. Throughout my travels, I presented CoralWatch workshops to 10 different host organisations, building capacity for communities from 6 countries to do their own reef monitoring. After immersing myself in the world of science and solutions, I knew it was time to start expanding my own toolkit. So I undertook an intensive ADAS scientific diver course in the silty waters of Sydney Harbour, completing search patterns, surveys and numerous rescue drills. I trialled new equipment for the first time, like full face masks, sling tanks and topside communications. Diving in these conditions was a great test of our task loading capabilities. I came away with a strong appreciation of the safety standards needed to work in an occupational dive environment. I also completed my dive master training at the largest PADI dive centre in the world, Ban's Dive Resort in Koh Tao, Thailand. This course not only made me a better diver, but also taught me how incredibly rewarding it can be to coach new divers through challenges underwater. Ban's Dive Centre is leading the way with sustainability initiatives. Everything from on-site wastewater treatment, biogas, their organic farm, and even producing their own soaps and cleaning products from compost at the resort. This experience with sustainable tourism continued at my next host, Rodney Fox Shark Expeditions. Being certified as a cage captain while on board would have to be one of my most unusual training experiences. To be in the water with these apex predators truly demonstrated how ecotourism can help shift perspectives from one of fear to awe and appreciation. I also had the opportunity to snorkel with the endangered Australian sea lion, and seeing their playful antics firsthand was a real joy. My time working as part of a crew gave me a real sense of camaraderie, family and companionship, and reaffirmed how I love working at sea. Of course, my training extended beyond just refining my diving skills. I've always been an avid photographer and videographer, but never had access to an underwater housing. So this year really opened up a new world of possibilities for me, as I continued to build my storytelling proficiency in a range of different environments and conditions. In North Sulawesi, Indonesia, I was hosted by Murex Dive Resorts and Eco Divers Lembe, the perfect training ground for my macro and wide-angle photography. These experiences reinforced to me that photos and videos are an important tool, not just to capture the stunning beauty of our oceans, but also to convey the significant impacts that we are causing underwater. Building on this, interactions with the media turned out to be a constant thread throughout my travels. No more clearly was this evident than when I captured drone footage of illegal fishing in the Rolly Shoals Marine Park, which led to interviews with 2 different TV channels. Many other opportunities popped up during my year, whether this was speaking about bleaching events on the ABC radio or being interviewed in the ice for a Swedish documentary. Through these experiences, I learned important lessons in working with the media, storytelling and advocacy. After a year of expanding my skill sets, my scholarship also presented a unique opportunity to put myself under pressure and push the boundaries of what I was physically and mentally capable of. Freediving presented the perfect opportunity to test these limits, so when the opportunity came up to attend Deep Week in Taiwan, the world's largest freediving retreat, I leapt at the chance. Here, over 100 divers joined to study under the guidance of Adam Stern. After just 8 days of training, I reached a depth of 40 metres and even managed to dive to 27 metres without fins. The sensation of freefall, as negative buoyancy takes over and you descend motionless into the blue, is something that I'll never forget. Freediving taught me that I was capable of more than I had dreamed possible for myself, and it was the community of passionate, like-minded people here at Deep Week that allowed us to thrive. I also had the opportunity to push my boundaries in a completely different way, under the ice. So I travelled to Finland to join the very first polar scientific diving course run by the Finnish Scientific Diving Academy. Based on a freshwater lake in Kilpisjärvi, the course covered everything from ice hole management, snowmobile handling, surface tendering, and sampling methodologies under the ice. Situations like managing a dive team in conditions of -20 wind chill, dealing with free-flowing regulators, and even our dry suits freezing up post-dive gave a unique insight into the practical challenges of working in a polar region. Indeed, the poles are one of the most fragile regions under pressure from climate change, and I came away feeling well equipped for future work in these areas. I came to this scholarship because I wanted to explore how I can best direct my efforts to preserve our blue planet in future. This journey has taken me through several unique chapters, those of science, training, and pushing boundaries. 7 years ago, it was witnessing a bleaching event that set me down this path. Now, throughout my travels, I've seen these climate impacts unfold globally. As I record this video, the Great Barrier Reef is experiencing its 5th mass bleaching event in 7 years. These dramatic events are a warning sign, a beaming white distress beacon for us to act before it's too late. While some parts of this journey have been incredibly challenging, others have been incredibly rewarding. I began this scholarship with 3 key goals: to build my diving proficiency through scientific and technical training, to explore the art and technique of effective science communication, and to discover the diversity of career trajectories within marine science. Since the start of this year, I've put myself under pressure, developing new skills and training for an array of qualifications. I've gained exposure to the many ways that researchers, communicators, policymakers, dive operators, and not-for-profits are all contributing to conservation in unique and important ways. I've explored from the tropics to the poles, surveying some of the most remote reefs in Australia, freedive to the depths of the ocean, and ventured beneath the ice in the Arctic Circle. Coming to the end of this journey, I know that I will continue to advocate for our oceans. I've discovered a newfound passion for working at sea and have confidence that teaching and science communication will remain at the core of what I do, to use my knowledge and passion to inspire those around me. To the Our World Underwater Scholarship Society, thank you. This journey of transformative experiences has catalysed my career, giving me skills and qualifications in just 12 months that would have otherwise taken years to achieve. It's enabled me to learn and grow so much in such a short amount of time, and expanded my perspective of what's possible with my career to global horizons. I'm so incredibly grateful for the connections and opportunities the scholarship has already provided for me. Equipped with these new scientific skills, storytelling experience, and an even deeper sense of purpose for the future, I can't wait to see where the rest of my journey will take me. Coming to the end of this journey, I've met an incredible network of passionate ocean advocates, mentors and friends, all working to protect our underwater world.